Okay, I'm going to open the waiting room.
All right, I think we've got a few more people joining us. Welcome to the first session of the NSE Virtual Fair. We will be talking about the language opportunities through NSE in this session. So we'll just give everyone a moment to get settled, to get organized. We do have a few reminders here on this first slide as we do this Zoom session. So if you can just have your mic muted throughout the session, there will be a chance to ask questions and speak with our representatives from different campuses towards the end of the session. So if you do have a question throughout, you can put it in the chat. We will be monitoring that throughout. But for kind of more verbal questions, you can do that at the end in our breakout sessions. You'll also notice that this is recorded. We have some students that aren't able to join live, so you'll see that recording button going on. And we have many different campuses here with us today. They'll each introduce themselves in a moment, but we have a representative from our campus in Hawaii. We have a few from Puerto Rico, a couple from Minnesota and New Hampshire. So we've got a really big spread across the US, and Canada is joining us as well. And so you'll get a chance to hear from many of our campuses, although we do have many, many more and many more language opportunities that won't all be shared in today's session. We will also share our social medias as well, our socials, so that you can connect with us, and you'll see them towards the end of our presentation. So I just want to briefly go over kind of the plan for today and a bit about NSE as well. I don't think I introduced myself yet, but my name is Emily Jervis, and I work at Lewis Clark State College, which is a small college in Idaho, and I'll just be helping to facilitate the session today. If you haven't heard of NSE or National Student Exchange, this is a really wonderful opportunity to participate in collegiate study away. So this is an opportunity that's very accessible for students, undergraduate students, to study at another campus across the United States, Canada, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the US Virgin Islands. So many, many campuses to choose from, and you'll hear from just a few today. If you do have specific questions about what is NSE, how does it work, how do I apply, we will actually have a session tomorrow, and I will share that information in our chat at the beginning and probably towards the end as well as a reminder. But that's a great way to learn more about all things NSE that we might not cover in this session. So I encourage you to join that tomorrow as well. And I think we'll move on to our next slide here. And we have a really short video clip just to kind of highlight some of our member campuses and experiences. So we'll let you take a look at that. Excellent. You may also see in the chat I added the drop-in advising session that will give more in-depth detail as to all things NSE. But we will start with our first presentation, and that is the University of Hawaii at Manoa with Allison.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Allison Yap, and I am with the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And I'm just going to share a little bit about our campus and the language opportunities that we have here in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. Our campus was founded in 1907. It's just outside of downtown Honolulu in beautiful Manoa Valley, and we are located on the island of Oahu. We have a very beautiful campus. It's about 320 acres. And a little bit about our student body. It's very diverse. Our total enrollment is just over 19,000. The majority of those are undergraduates, a little over 14,000, and we have close to 5,000 graduate students. And this picture on the right was taken just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it is some of our incoming NSE students to the University of Hawaii at Manoa for this semester, spring 2023. Every semester we have an orientation with them, and then we also do a beach day event at Magic Island Beach Park where we invite all the students and feed them and play games, and they get to know each other and get to enjoy the beach and the beautiful outdoors here in Hawaii. So next slide. A little bit more about the University of Hawaii. We are one of 146 R1 or research universities that are considered top tier in the country. And we're really proud of the fact that we're one of a handful of land, sea, space, and sun grant institutions. We really aim to deliver a multicultural global experience with a Hawaiian place of learning, which is something that is really unique to Hawaii. We are consistently ranked in the top 2% of nearly 24,000 universities around the world. And we've got lots of things to offer in terms of academic studies. We've got 14 colleges and schools. We have 99 bachelor degree programs, 87 master's degree programs, and 57 professional and doctoral degrees. And if we go to the next slide, you might not know, but Hawaii is the only US state that has 2 official languages. We have Olelo Hawaii and we have English. Also spoken in Hawaii, very common is Hawaiian Creole English, which is called HCE or is locally known as Pidgin. It is an official language here, but it's not one of the official state languages, but you will commonly hear it here. But our 2 official languages are Olelo Hawaii and English. In addition to those, we've got lots of different language classes that you can take here. And the next slide will go over the different languages. So we've got a really wide range of languages from Hawaiian, of course. We've got Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Thai, Vietnamese, Tongan, Samoan, Russian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, Latin, Sanskrit, Ilocano, Hindi, Greek, German, Indonesian, Filipino, and American Sign Language. So we've got all of these options for students that want to explore different languages. And these are just some pictures of some of our NSE students here at the University of Hawaii and around the island, enjoying everything that we have to offer. Of course, a lot of outdoor activities, hiking, beaching, swimming, all kinds of great things. But in this session, we really did want to highlight the languages. And if we go to the next slide, in addition to all the formal language classes that we have, the University of Hawaii also has a number of area study centers, which are really excellent places for students to learn more about language, culture, and different academic and research things that are happening in these particular areas. So the first one that we have is the Kamaka Kuokalani Center for Hawaiian Studies. And this is a really great center on campus. And some of the pictures I've put here are some of our former NSE students volunteering at the Center for Hawaiian Studies. They do a community work day usually every month where students can go and learn about traditional taro or kalo cultivation. the irrigation system, and they actually get into the lo'i or the taro patch and work. And then afterwards, there's usually some food. So you get to share some food with the people that are there. And it's just a really, really great opportunity to learn more about Hawaiian culture, in particular, taro cultivation. So that's the Center for Hawaiian Studies. But we also have the Center for Japanese Studies, Chinese Studies, Korean Studies, Okinawan Studies, Pacific Island Studies, Philippine Studies, South Asian Studies, and Southeast Asian Studies. So again, these can really supplement the language instruction because they've got a lot of activities and cultural things that they do as well. And then the last slide is if you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk to you further. I will be in the breakout room. Again, my name is Allison Yap, and our exchange email is just exchange@hawaii.edu. And I hope you'll follow us on Instagram, and I hope to see you in the breakout session. So mahalo.
Thank you, Allison. Next up, we have Inter-American University of Puerto Rico, Barranquitas campus.
Hi everyone. My name is Sara Camera. I'm a faculty in criminal justice, and also I am the coordinator of NSE in Barranquitas campus. Inter-American University is a private higher education institution in Puerto Rico. We offer undergrads and graduates programs, many disciplines that we cover. Also, we are distributed throughout the island. So you can see a lot of campuses of Inter-American throughout the island. Our campus is located in a 45-acre in the central mountainous region of the island. It is a small campus, approximately 1,500 students, with surrounded by nature, I have to say, which makes it warm. There is so hospitality also, because it is a small campus. We personalize the attendance of students by administrative personnel and also by faculty. We have nearby the Cañon of San Cristobal. Is a geographical phenomenon with the highest waterfall in Puerto Rico, approximately 300 feet, that houses a unique ecosystem and biological communities. I have to say, like more than 700 species of plants and wildlife. Also, we have nearby the largest zip line in America, which is Toro Verde, is located like half an hour. We have hiking mountains. We have very accessible rivers. We have a lot of things in nature also, because we are a small island. In hour and a half, you can reach a beautiful, beautiful beach. So you have the mountain area, you have also the coastal area, so you can experience an island in the whole. You can change the, thank you. Barranquitas campus is, as I said, an institution that offers a majority of academic programs, but they are taught mostly in English. Although the majority of the courses are taught in English, we have natural sciences courses that are basically taught in English. So English is not a barrier, Spanish is not a barrier. So we have outside students come to us, come to our community, and they have the opportunity to immerse not only into a different languages, which I said earlier is not a barrier. On the contrary, experiencing a different language in a different culture scenario is uplifting, is challenging, is exploring, is having new opportunities. And also because we are a campus that is so heartwarming, we can help you thrive in everything you want to accomplish in our campus. Please, next slide. Okay, to talk to you a little bit about our academic programs, we have criminal justice. The picture in the upper middle is one of the courses that I taught. Is in criminal investigation. They develop a simulated crime scene. They have to uplift the fingerprints. They have to get the DNA. They have to identify the evidence. They have to do the whole investigation of a crime scene. Also, we have biotech and biotechnology. The upper picture on the right side is are one of our students in the lab making those things that they do in the labs. I'm in criminal justice. The photo of the bottom is one of our students collecting algae samples because one of our research in the campus is on freshwater algae, also in marine water algae. So we have field trips to beaches nearby to collect those samples and take them to our laboratory and do all the experiments that we have to do. And also in the picture that it's right near the text, it is, let me see how it is called, a turbine. So we can generate algae and do further studies. Also, we have a program in business administration. Also, we have nursing, a nursing program. We have a mini hospital in our campus. We have from pediatric, gerontology, and also a delivery room with all the equipment of an actual hospital and also including the patient dummies so we can do like a real life scenario in a hospital. Also, we teach, we do research experience with students. For example, we are currently having this opportunity for students, STEM students, to come in June, enroll in a STEM research intensive course, and we get to fund their tuition, their accommodations, also give them a stipend for them to be research intensive in the summer months, to participate from marine biotechnology to agricultural biotechnology. We use cutting edge techniques such as next generation sequencing, scanning electron microscopy, ICP, flow cytometer, real-time PCR and molecular biology techniques, and others. So I believe this is the last slide from our presentation. I encourage you to ask any question in the break section room. So I'll be glad to answer all the questions. I hope you like the presentation and hopefully you can come with us.
Thank you, Sara. Next up, we have Mariela from Inter-American University of Puerto Rico, the Metro campus.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon. My name is Mariela Martinez. As David said, I represent the Inter-American University of Puerto Rico Metro campus. The Inter-American University is a private institution with Christian traditions. The Metro campus is located in a very centric spot. It's right at the capital of Puerto Rico in San Juan. The enrollment approximately, it's about 5,000 students. When I said it's pretty centric, as you can see in the presentation, the international airport, it's about a 15-minute drive from us. Students that come here to the Metro campus need to be ready to explore, be open-minded to explore its diversity, the outdoor recreations, its diversity in culture and history. That's why I mentioned those attractions, which are close to San Juan, which is the old San Juan, filled with historical landmarks, the capital of Puerto Rico, the house of the governor, our only tropical rainforest, which is the Yunque National Rainforest. If you like hiking, if you like the zip line, we got beaches all over the place and museums, among others. We can go to the next slide, David. So the Intermetro, the main language of instruction is Spanish. So students can be fully immersed in the Spanish language, not only in the classes, but also among other students, their housing and the campus. They can practice the language with other local students. Intermetro, I also like to mention, it's the only university in Puerto Rico that has 3 programs completely in English, which is business, which is psychology, and nursing. So students who are maybe a little doubtful about their Spanish proficiency, they can combine courses in Spanish and English. Requirements: we do require an intermediate Spanish language proficiency, the 2.50 GPA as a minimum, at least one academic year. We do go by the calendar, the semester calendar, and we do accept students in both home and host payment options. We do have a variety, a diverse academic offer from nursing, psychology, natural sciences, criminal justice, but I am mentioning social sciences and popular music specifically here, because from the experience we've seen that students that come here, they prefer to know more about the history and culture of Puerto Rico, and especially its relationship with the US. So in these programs, political science, music, we got a great faculty of experienced professors that also help achieve that. So I talk a bit about the International Relations Office. That's where I work at. I am the coordinator of internship study abroad programs. We do have a community of international community, a pretty big one. We have more than 30 countries represented here. Okay. Research centers. Students can also benefit from a variety of research centers, laboratories that we have in our different departments. For example, some of them, the Nursing Education Simulation, the Center Development of Entrepreneurs, the Center for Environmental Conservation, Center for Political Dynamics, and the Center for Gender Studies. There in the pictures are a couple of our students in the field. Okay. Next slide, please. And I cannot finish without mentioning our newest project, which is the Students Residence. It opened last August. It's a project we're working on for many years now. So students now do have a chance to stay in our own housing, on-campus housing. It's right across our campus, which holds up to 420 students. So now students can also have that option of staying close by. Next slide, please. Again, I'll be also in the breakout session, but you can QR code, scan that QR code and follow us on Instagram, or you can contact me via email or a phone number. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mariela. Next, we have Sarah from Université de Montréal.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Gu and I'm here to talk to you about Université de Montréal. So Université de Montréal is located in Montreal, which is in the province of Quebec, and we are located in Eastern Canada. We're a very large campus. We have over 45,000 students on campus, and 10% of our students are international students. All right, so some more information about our French language program. So NSE students can study French language at the University of Montreal. This program is offered through host pay only, and students would be charged around $1,600 US per term. One thing to watch out for, this program is mainly designed for students who already have a good knowledge of the French language, since most of our courses start at the intermediate level. Next slide, please. All right, so why come to Université de Montréal? We've been consistently ranked among the top 100 best universities in the world. We are located on the Mount Royal, but we are only a few minutes away from downtown Montreal, and we are very close to other trendy neighborhoods as well. There's something for everyone at Université de Montréal, so here are a few examples. So at Université de Montréal, we have our own beehives on our rooftops, and we produce our own honey. And with the honey that we produce and with plants that we grow on our campus, we make our own beer. Other than our honey and our beer, we have many clubs and groups for students to join, such as our Quidditch Club. Another reason to come to UDM is for the city. So UDM is located in Montreal, which was voted one of the best student cities in the world. Montreal is very affordable. It's bilingual, so it's perfect for students who are not necessarily 100% comfortable with French. We're a big metropolitan city, but just a few minutes outside of Montreal, you will find mountains and lakes and lots of hiking trails. And in the wintertime, you will find lots of ski and snowboarding trails as well. Can we move on to the next one, please? Thank you. So I'm going to finish my presentation with a very short video presenting our university.
First, it's something you see. Then it becomes something you feel. An awareness shared by people driving change. A symbol of unity, growth, ambition. An urge to put words into action. A movement that amplifies our voice. A space to find your path. An ally, a way of being. An icon for who we are, what we do, and where we want to be. An icon for the world.
Great. Thanks so much, Sarah.
Thank you. Well, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, these are all the different ways to get in touch with us.
Next up, we have the University of New Hampshire.
Thanks, David. Hello, everyone. My name is Paula DiNardo, and I'm with the University of New Hampshire. I've been a coordinator with NSE since 2005. The University of New Hampshire is also an R1 flagship institution, but we're a pretty small one on a scale of flagships. We're about 13,000 undergrad students located in Durham, New Hampshire, and the little map of New England, the arrows going right to the little bitty part of New Hampshire that has a seacoast. Of all the states in the United States, we have the shortest coastline. It's about 18 miles. So that's where the University of New Hampshire is. We are nicely situated between New York City and Montreal. We're about halfway between the two. And within 1 hour's drive north, you can get to mountains and beaches. And 1 hour south, you can get to Boston, Massachusetts. And there's an Amtrak train that comes right through our campus that gets you in either direction. UNH is a home pay only member of NSE, and we do accept almost every student that applies as long as they meet the eligibility requirements and don't need courses that are on a restricted list. We also guarantee on-campus housing, but it's not required, and we have excellent dining halls. Next slide, David. Our campus is known for student engagement. NSE students from all over the country tell me that our students are very healthy, very fit, very engaged with the environment, and very active on campus. Our NSE students join student organizations and various government groups, press, all kinds of different things. They're very active, they're very welcome in our student organizations. On the Campus Pride Index of LGBTQ friendly schools, we scored 4.5, excuse me. So we're really proud of that. And we consistently rank among the top 5 schools for sustainability and for safety. And that's one thing that we're very proud of. Our major sport is ice hockey. We're not really known for football or basketball, but students have chosen UNH particularly for the hockey. Next slide. Students also choose UNH for the 4 seasons. We have clear, very distinct seasons, sometimes all in 1 week. But for this particular presentation where we're focusing on languages, I asked to join this presentation because I've had NSE students tell me in the past that they've chosen UNH for our classical languages. So we offer a variety of languages, standard ones that many universities offer, but NSE students have been drawn to our campus in the past for Latin, Italian, and both ancient and modern Greek. And those departments that teach those courses are extremely familiar with NSE and very welcoming of NSE students. So they would love for you to come to our campus if your campus has limited those languages, which is happening all over the place, unfortunately. We also give priority registration for most classes to incoming NSE students, and that means I register you before our own students. So you are very likely to get the courses that you want and need, unless it's on our restricted list, which is shared on our website. So next slide, please. I put everything on our website, which is unh.edu/NSE, and you can click on the information for incoming students, or use the QR code that's listed there to learn more about our institution. And I'm happy to answer questions by email or if you DM on our Instagram page, and I invite you to follow us there at NSE@UNH. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the breakout rooms.
Next up, we have St. Olaf College.
Hi everyone, my name is Britton Duffing. I am the study abroad away advisor at St. Olaf College and also our NSE coordinator. I use she, her pronouns. Standing on the homeland of the Wapakute Nation or band of the Dakota Nation, St. Olaf College is located in Northfield, Minnesota. Northfield is about 45 minutes drive south of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and is a town of around 21,000 people. We share Northfield with another college, Carleton College. This makes Northfield a unique college town for its size particularly, and features many small businesses, coffee shops, cafes, and other opportunities where you can grab a nice bite to eat, do some shopping, or sit down and do your studies. Our campus is situated on 300 acres and features natural lands that offer many opportunities to disconnect from daily life, see the stars, which one of my students recently told me they can't see in their own hometown of Houston, Texas. So for them, that was a big highlight that I thought was worthy noting. You can do many other activities within our natural lands, as well as like snowshoeing or cross-country skiing even. We have groomed trails, so that's really cool. Our campus has around 3,400 students, all undergraduate. Our students are required to live on campus for all 4 years. And this contributes to our college having a very tight-knit community, which is also accompanied by our small student to faculty ratio of 12 to 1, 12 students to 1 faculty member. This also means you have a really tight-knit, well-supported network of academic or personal support here on campus. Being true to liberal arts colleges, we offer 85 plus majors and concentrations, which are what we call our minors. You can mix and match what your studies are to meet your needs. We have many intramural club or service opportunities, and here it's very common for students to be highly involved in campus, have numerous majors and concentrations as well. I also want to note that we follow what we call a 4-1-4 calendar, meaning that our academic year is split into the fall semester where you take 4 courses or 4 credits. Our credit system is a bit different. 1 course is 1 credit, so 4 courses. Then in January, we have what we call interim or January term, where you take just 1 course. And then in spring, you return to taking a full load of 4 courses per semester. Next slide. At St. Olaf, we offer 9 languages. We have Chinese, French, German, Greek, Japanese, Latin, Norwegian, Russian, and Spanish. And I should note our Greek is ancient Greek. I think that our campus is unique, especially for our size, in offering Greek, Latin, Norwegian, and Russian in particular. All of our students are required to take a world language as part of their general education curriculum known as OLI Core. As such, our language study is really embedded into the overall St. Olaf experience and is a commonality shared amongst all of our students. Studying language beyond the general education requirement is also quite common, I would say, as many students just have an interest in language more generally, or for future plans to study abroad, do grad school, or work abroad as well. Most language opportunities at St. Olaf are offered at all levels, beginning, intermediate, and advanced level. While we do offer all of the language levels, upper level courses are more likely to have space available to you than a beginner or perhaps even an intermediate level, though it does vary by semester and year, of course, as our enrollment fluctuates. Within the different majors or languages, I should say, space is typically more limited with Chinese, Japanese, and Spanish, and then more available in the languages of Greek, Latin, German, Norwegian, and Russian. Next slide, please. So I just wanted to put a list of some of the common classes or classes that are currently taught in each of the our more unique languages. So for Greek and Latin, these are supported by our classics department. So in addition to studying either a language individually, you could be studying both and fall under our classics department, or even more just non-language based classical studies is also an option. Although the department is small, I think both languages are offered at all levels each semester. So you can see languages do tend to be in sequential order, with each level being broken into a level 1 or beginning part 1 and then beginning part 2, with the part 1s typically offered in the fall semester and the part 2s of a language in our spring semester. So depending on what level you are, that might determine which semester would be best for you to join us. Next slide, please. Here are the Norwegian course offerings for this academic year. Norwegian language is commonly used at St. Olaf from its founding, because the founder and its first 2 presidents were all born in Norway. And this legacy has resulted in St. Olaf being one of the few U.S. higher education institutions where students can study Norwegian to complete a foreign language requirement and then develop further knowledge in the language itself, literature, culture, and history. You will hear from another campus that also offers Norwegian in the next little bunch here. And our Norwegian department also offers Nordic studies, and then a concentration, or I should say emphasis, in Sami and critical indigenous studies as well. So very invested in our Norwegian experience here. And next slide, please. And then I wanted to highlight our opportunities that are available in Russian. Our Russian department also offers Russian area studies in addition to just Russian language. The aim is to both prepare students to understand and interact with, and then work with Russian area and foundation of cultural literacy. So I think these are really cool opportunities that we offer, especially for the size of our campus and student body. We would love to have you come to St. Olaf. Thank you.
Thanks, Britton. It's my turn to speak. My name is David Holliday. I work for the National Student Exchange, but I'm also the NSE coordinator at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. I've been here since 2005. So our campus is located in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, which is a large metropolitan area, 3.69 million. We're a R1 flagship university, 36,000 undergraduates, plus another 15,000 graduate students. We're a land-grant university, offer great education, great research opportunities, as well as community-engaged outreach. Just a couple of NSE details. On-campus housing is guaranteed on our campus, but it's not required. In our chance of placement, we operate under both home pay and host pay, and we generally accept all applicants. And so we certainly invite you to consider my campus for exchange. Why choose the U of M? We're a large campus in the heart of a large city. Lots of Fortune 500 companies, 6 professional sports teams, good public transit, and on down the list that you can see here. And we're a picturesque campus on the banks of the Mississippi River. We have excellent academic programs. We're highly ranked nationally and internationally. 150 majors and minors, 900 student organizations. We're Division I NCAA sports in the Big Ten Conference. And we also offer, and are really proud to offer, a lot of community-based learning opportunities. To really address the topic of this session about languages, our campus offers a lot of language opportunities, many of the traditional ones that you see here on the list, including Norwegian and Swedish. We also offer Hindu and Urdu, Arabic, Chinese. We're a flagship Chinese institution. We offer Hmong, which is a very unique language actually that we offer here. And down the list here, we also offer Dakota, Ojibwe, Swahili, and Somali. And most of these languages are taught at introductory levels, as well as intermediate and advanced levels. NSE students register according to class standing. So the older you are, the more advanced you are in your program, the earlier you register. For many of our language programs, a language placement exam may be required for advanced level courses. So just a heads up about that. I also want to make note that several of these language programs, including Dakota and Ojibwe, are taught online, and actually students from any university can enroll in those courses and take them online. Keep in touch. I did have to put a snow photo in here. We are in Minnesota. There is some snow, but you can find more information about us on Instagram and our website, of course. And I also invite you to reach out if you have specific questions. Can I hand it back to you, Emily?
Yeah, thank you so much, David, for sharing, and thanks everyone for presenting on your campuses. I'm sure questions are starting to come up as you look at all these different opportunities. So we will be opening up the break rooms. You might be familiar with break rooms. Sometimes, professors assign you and such, but this will actually be open. So you can just choose which campus you'd like to join, and you can jump around from different break rooms as well. So feel free to stop by, ask some questions, or even introduce yourself. And before you head out, definitely check out our socials, as I mentioned. NSE does a really great job of sharing student experiences on their Instagram and YouTube channel as well. It's fun to see different campuses from a student perspective too. So don't forget to check those out. And as I mentioned, there will be the general information session about NSE, which is in the chat. So you can copy and paste that. And I think the link didn't quite copy over. So I will go ahead and add that. So if you do want to join tomorrow, that will be available for you as well. But thank you all for joining, and feel free to stop by in the breakout sessions. I will go ahead and add that link.
Sounds great. The breakout rooms are open, so feel free to move yourself. Both the coordinators and students move into the breakout rooms of the campus that you're interested in learning more about. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone.
And let me know if